guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about postcards. Now, a few years ago I made a video talking about why I collect vintage postcards, photographs, you name it. And my main reason for this is because otherwise they're going to sit at the back of an antique store or get thrown away. There are a few postcards that I have collected that don't have any writing, but a lot of the time I like to have like stories, even if it's a how are you, how's the weather. It's like this person wrote this 100 years ago. That's pretty cool. So today I'm going to be going over a few of my favorite postcards, and then I'm going to end it with this. This is an autograph book from 1885. It's actually a pair. Well, it's not. They're two separate books, but I have another autograph book from 1892. However, that one is in a lot worse condition than this one is. The cover is fraying off of it, and the pages are slowly coming out of the binding. So I'm not going to be showing that one today because I don't want to destroy it further. But it is a beautiful piece of art. So I'm going to finish off with reading this. I have read through this. A lot of these postcards, I look at it, go, oh, there's writing, and then I put it in my binder. I don't even look at them most of the time. So a lot of the postcards are going to be new to me. But this was really cool. And so I thought I'd show it off at the end, even though it's technically not a postcard. It's interesting. So, let's get into it. Alright, so some of these postcards are in German or French or whatever, and those I'm not going to be reading because I'm not even going to attempt to butcher that. I will be reading only the postcards that I think I can read, because, you know, they're in English. But half the time I can't read English either. Alright, so this postcard is a girl holding a fish. We love that. And she's holding, like, you know, way more than the normal one guy with a fish, so that's pretty neat. There's some writing on the front, but it's kind of hard to read. Now, I might be pronouncing these words wrong, because it's all written in cursive. Like, obviously, that was, like, how people wrote. And people write in cursive now. I don't. So sometimes it's a little hard to read. Hello, Edna. I arrived at somewhere. All okay. How are you all? I'm well. How is the weather? Cold? Has Amos gone west yet? Bye-bye, Anna. One of my favorite types of postcards are ones with actual photographs, as seen with the girl with the fish. But my favorite of this subset is babies and little kids, because they're just always so cute. However, a lot of these are just kind of sad. Some of these postcards, you know, never have any writing on the back. So you never know who this person is. However, some of them do, and I think that's the more heartbreaking realization that someone donated these photographs when their family member's name was on it. It could have been their great-great-great-grandma or niece or, you know, whatever. But it's like they just donated it. Like, it didn't matter. Now, obviously, they might not be into family tree stuff. They might not have time. They might not have space. Like, there's a lot of things that could get in the way. It's not like it's malice. But it's just kind of heartbreaking to see. So I have a few examples of those. I have 3 of them, actually. So there's this one. Her name is Viola. Her name is actually written at the top, and it's also on the back. She was 3 years and 4 months in this photo, and it was taken December 9th, 1920. So Viola would be, let's see, if she was 3 in 1920, she would be 108? Yeah, she'd be 108 this year in December. So, Viola, if you're still kicking around. Then I have this little baby. I'm so happy. This is Alfred. Look at Alfred. He's so excited to be there. This was taken March 31st of 1921. Alfred was 16 months old, was born November 23rd of 1920. And the last example I have of this is actually siblings. I love their haircuts. They're siblings. And this was to Amy from Cousin Clara, wishing you a Merry Xmas. Oh my god, they even said Xmas? Nice. And a Happy New Year. And these three is Irving, Alice, and Florence. Irving will be 6 in May, 1920. Alice will be 4 in July of 1920. And Florence will be 2 in January of 1920. But these are my favorites because they're custom. Like, you got your photograph, and on the back it says postcard. Like, these are postcards. And I don't know where you would get these made, but they're just my favorite. And the ones with kids, or just, you know, people in general that have, like, their names on it and little stories, like how old they were at certain times. I just find it really interesting because, you know, you get to look back and be like, oh, okay, you know, Viola would have been 108 this year, you know. The next postcard is this one. It's a group photo. Doesn't even fill the whole postcard, but it's, you know, look at them. This is, Dear Friend, I think it was very nice of you thinking of my birthday. Thanking you very much. How is baby? Best regard from Miss May and Louise. And then this one, I believe that she showed up in a video I did of vintage pictures. She might not have. But look at her. I love her necklace. She's so cute. Dear Stella, don't suppose you recognize this, but it is me. Please answer my letter. Would have answered your card sooner, only was waiting for these to be finished. Route number 2, Molly. Well, Molly, I love everything about this. I love her necklace. Look at the little heart necklace. It's so cute. I love it. Alright, so then we have this one. This is a cute little Valentine's Day card. Although this guy's a lucky chap, he's not in it with me. If I can only hear you say, my Valentine you'll be. This is from 1910, February 14th, so Valentine's Day. Dear Edna, we are well. Emily and Nancy are going to the hospital today. She got a letter from the doctor, so we'll go and decide what she will do. I can't read that part. Get her Valentine and sent her, I don't know what that says. Are you coming home Easter? This is all for today from Ma. Someone's in the hospital. I hope that Emily and Nancy, whichever one had to go to the hospital, is all good. Well, I mean, 1910. Was good in 1910. Alright, here's an example of a building. These are the type of postcards a lot of people see now if you go to places, you know. This is a city hall in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It says May 30th, 1911. Don't know if this building is still around. Don't hang out in Green Bay. So, the back. Dear Mother, hope you'll get the letter I wrote to you. Same day. Wrote to Helen and Aunt Rose. Also, only 22 pages in all, and not large writing either. Lady something hire yesterday from Something Falls, who converses for paintings on sofa pillows, plus such. She will stay until Thursday. With love, Alma. Is she getting her painting done? Like Rose from Titanic? Alright. This will be the last postcard. I have many more, but this will be it for today. This is a little person sitting with an umbrella. We'll be busy for some time. Alright, let's see. Hello, everybody. Back in the woods. Expect to be here till Easter. Going to Rhinelander for a while. I can't have the girl you know. May see you next summer. Not certain of it? Sure of it? I don't know. We'll ring off for this time. As ever, you, brother. Is ever your brother? Robbins. Something, Rhinelander, Wisconsin. This was written in March of 1913, or stamped in March of 1913. Cute. Very nice. To finish off this video, we will end with the autograph book. Now this is, I don't know if this was given at a school or anything like that. It's actually like really well made. It's really small, but like, look at these lions on it. Look at this lion, dude. So this was Ollie's autograph book. They're all addressed to Ollie. Shout out to Ollie and his autograph book. I found this at an antique store a few weeks ago. So let's see what kind of autographs we got in here. Now there are a few empty pages. He didn't get every page filled in, but there are a few. And I noticed a lot of this is like poetry level stuff. So, friend Ollie, these humble lines which here I trace, years may not change, or age efface. They may be read, though valued not, when she who pens them is forgot. Your true friend, Yelia? I think that's a G. And then around it, it says, friendship, forget me not. Remember me. Well, I hope you were remembered. That's deep. I'll remember you. Though I don't know your last name or your face, I'll remember you. And I don't even know if I pronounced your first name right. I am sorry. April 2nd, 1885. To Ollie. Some may wish you happiness, some may wish you joy. But I wish you a place in heaven beside my little girl. Oh no! That's so sad, Miss Amelia. I'm sorry. Oh god, that just took a turn. Thank you, Miss Amelia. To Ollie, may all your years in joy be passed, and each prove happier than the last. Your friend, Joe and Quinn, January 10th, 1884. Like, these are some poetic, like, they're not just signing it, they're like, actually like writing poetry at this rate. To Ollie, in all thy suffering, think not, brother, thine is a love unfriended, but look up and feel there is another in sympathy who, can't read that, not ever your friend, A. Anderson, October of 1884. Friend Ollie, the past is nothing. The future is but the past. Ever your friend, it's either Manny or Marnie. Mari? I think that's an N. Mammy? Something like that. Deep. I don't know what that means, but deep, brother. Deep. Ollie, when you are old and cannot see, put on your specs and think of me. Arthur. Arthur Quinn. God, that's a cool name. Arthur Quinn. January 12th, 1884. Remember this date and the cake you ate for your birthday of 1884. Your Uncle John, January 12th, 1884. So I'm guessing that his birthday was January 12th, or at least around it. So, past your birthday, Ollie, but happy late birthday to you. I don't think you're still around, because I don't know how old you were in 1884. It's currently 2025, so you'd be, even if you were born in 84, you'd be dead. Friend Ollie, friendship is a golden knot tied by an angel's hand. Your friend, Christine. Gosh. Some of these people have like the coolest handwriting. Dude, that's so cool. And then at the very back, there's just this baby. Why he put this in here, I don't know. But why not have a little baby? I don't know if this was given, this might have been given as a birthday gift, because there were a few in here that seemed like they were birthday, like, messages. So this is possibly a birthday gift that he was given. This could be at the end of a school year, but this was in January, some of them. But they were all written in random times. Some in April, some in 1885 and 1884. They were all to Ollie, so this is definitely Ollie's book. It's in really good condition for its age. I mean, it's got some issues, but I mean, for being from, let's say, 1884, 1885, yeah, great condition. I love collecting things like this because you get stories behind it. I mean, this little book was given to Ollie, you know, over 100 years ago, and he kept this, you know, let's say a birthday gift of all his friends, and then eventually it wound up in an antique store, and now it's at my house. But I like to collect this because I just think it's interesting. I collect letters as the same way because I like to read into the past, and I think it's interesting. And if someone's going to donate it, why not have them be with me? Because I protect them. Now, I would like to be able to display a lot of these photos, postcards, stuff like that. I mean, my postcards are in a binder, my photos are in a photo album. I would like to be able to show off more of them, but I just don't have the room for that. I mean, there are a few old photographs that I do have on a shelf, which confuse the hell out of people. They're like, these your family members? Nah, I don't even know their names. I just thought they were cool. Because why not? But I'd like to be able to maybe dedicate a wall to some of my old photographs, maybe get a few shelves, just show off a few of them. Right now I have a lot in boxes. I'd like to be able to display them, because obviously I got them from antique stores so that they wouldn't be sitting in the back of an antique store in a shelf, like in a drawer, and now that's what they're doing here. So I guess we'll see. But if you guys enjoyed this video, I definitely could do another one. I don't know if I have enough postcards for another video, but I do have little knick-knack things that I've collected, you know, little pamphlets and stuff like that, similar to this. I also have letters. I have a stack of letters that I got in an antique store a long time ago. I don't think I've read even half of them. I don't know if I could, because a lot of them are in cursive. But if you would be interested in hearing some of those, I could do a video on that. Or I could just do a video on my collections. I have so many little vintage collections, it's not even funny. I have ones dedicated to brooches, specifically cameo brooches. I have gloves, I have clothes, obviously, photographs, postcards, letters, books. I find a vintage thing that I think is cool, and I dig it. And I keep it safe. I mean, in an antique store, it's pretty safe, but, I mean, eventually, if they're downsizing or whatever, I don't know if they'd throw it away, but they might. At least with me, I know that they're safe. I do this a lot with photographs because they're interesting, and I like to look at them and, you know, keep them safe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun with it. Some of these I have never read, so reading the back of these postcards and getting to see, you know, what people wrote from 1910 is interesting. And I think my favorite was definitely the autograph book. You know, Ollie, if you're still out there, which if you are, good for you, man. You had a lot of cool friends, very poetic friends. I mean, obviously they wrote it for you, so that they probably don't write like that all the time, but deep stuff, man. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back again next week with another one. See you later.